Guys, we meet again. I'm very glad to see you. Take your crafting, take your beverage, let's spend some time together. I was productive again, and it was not because I pushed myself more than usual. It was kind of very natural. To be honest, the projects I had were all in progress. A lot had been already done, so I had to just finish it. And they were all not very difficult, they were quite simple, so I enjoyed, not only accomplishing everything I wanted to accomplish, but just being free, when I finished it I could do something else, what I wanted, and it felt fun, it felt amazing, to be honest. Last time I showed you the Christmas stocking, I just wanted quickly to show you that I added the hanger to it, and it looks very cute. And then there were projects that I had started before the last episode, but I just cut the fabric for them. And then I had a full, sewing day. And I'm asking you to appreciate my not using them even once, because had I used them, they wouldn't look so pretty. But these tea bags, and this is what it is, these tea bags are one of the 4 projects of May. And I cannot tell you how they work yet, because I haven't tried. So far, I don't like one thing that I knew I wouldn't like when I was making them. All the tea bags I saw online, they are made like this, like you have an open edge on the inside. And because of this is the thing that I don't like, period. I don't like this. I wouldn't do it like that. But probably because they are tea bags, they're kind of supposed to be, I don't even know what to call it. Like, you are not supposed to spend a lot of time making them. I don't know. So they, meaning the designers of these tea bags, they suppose this option. And I was thinking that I was going to use this thread that is not very thick, and I could probably get it through the fabric. And now I'm looking at that and I think that I should have at least tried, But I kind of, I very often change recipes, instructions, patterns. Sometimes it's necessary. Sometimes I just want to, and that's okay. But sometimes, I feel like I have a habit to just make it differently. And sometimes I want to change that. So I wanted to follow the instructions, and I followed them. And I don't like the result. I will use them, however, and tell you how they are in using. Because I am thinking that if we put tea in it or some herbs, right, we touch this edge. When we clean them, we touch this edge. When we put them in the washing machine, why? Just to make putting the string easier while sewing? I don't know. I don't get it. And the interesting part is I haven't found other options. So I would understand that this is what a lot of people choose to do because it's easier. That's okay. But there are no other options. If you have seen them, please share, because it seems strange. If I don't find them, and if you don't send me any, I think I'm gonna make up my own pattern and probably even make a tutorial because I want them to exist, a more kind of sophisticated, a more difficult, a more pain in the ass option of reusable tea bags to exist. Other than that, they look adorable. They are 100% cotton, of course, and I'm gonna use them probably tonight. I made 6 of them, and I love it when they are in a group, you know. I think this is one of the positive sides of having reusable tea bags, using the same fabric or complementing fabric, and having a lot of them, or you know, at least several of them. So tea bags done. The paper with the task is going to my crafting jar. The next project is probably even more adorable. I love them. So these are the bottle holders, or the bottle bags. I brought some bottles to show you, to demonstrate. So the idea is that you are going to your family for Christmas. I made 2 Christmas ones because I made 3 because I had enough fabric for 3 of them, and enough fabric that looked, you know, adequate for this project. So you are going to your family for Christmas, or just no reason, and you are bringing a bottle of wine, and it's not just a bottle of wine, and not even just a bottle of wine with a bow, which is also very nice, but it is a bottle of wine in a bag. And then they can use a bag, they can give a bottle of wine to someone else in this bag, they can keep something else in this bag, they can display a bottle of champagne or whatever in this bag on the table, or I don't know, on the mantelpiece. So I'm planning, you know what, I don't know what I'm planning. I'm not planning anything. When I was making them, I was thinking, well, I only need 1. Like, why would you need many? Need many. Need many. I'm gonna make 1 for myself, and then if I make any others, I will give them to someone. Like when Christmas comes, I will bring some wine to someone using this bag, which is still possible. I'm not saying this is not what I'm gonna do, but now I'm thinking, well, I'm imagining one family that we are friends with, especially my husband loves this, the man of the family, they are friends, they go rock climbing together. I am thinking now that around Christmas he will want to, you know, give them a present, and then I will probably give him this idea, like, if you want, you can take this, you can buy a bottle of wine or a bottle of something if you want, and bring it to them in one of these bags. And then I think he knows this family better, so I think he will choose the bag they will love the most. I'm thinking this one because it's Christmassy and yet not like in your face Christmassy, but who knows, this one is okay too, I don't know. So maybe I will give one of these to our friends, but looking at them, you know, when I already finished them, I thought, why do I give everything away? Well, of course, I love giving everything. I love making and giving stuff. But I had a period of my time when I gave literally everything away and I didn't have anything that I made. So now I think logically comes the next phase when I don't want to give anything away. So this is something to reflect on. This is just something to think about. But lately I love the stuff I make, and I kind of want to leave everything to myself. But at the same time, I understand that I always do stuff. If I keep everything, I will have no place for myself, for anything actually. I make a lot of stuff. Then maybe I will leave one Christmassy themed bag for myself, maybe this one or this, I don't know. All I know is they are gorgeous, and you see, I keep showing them to you, and I keep I want to hold them. I want to look at them, you know. I want them to be around. I want them to be on display. So first of all, a good project, a beginner-friendly project, because there is kind of something that you can call difficult right here. I will leave the link to the pattern I used. But it is all, you know, they are all straight seams. It's not, you know, the tea bag beginner friendly, but it is. So if you have, you know, used the sewing machine before, definitely you can do this. I will leave a link. Bottle holders or bottle bags are done. I am putting another task back into the crafting jar. Now, when I finished this, these were all the projects I had planned for May. So I was kind of free. And I was thinking maybe recording, pulling out a new task for myself and recording it and then inserting it here. But then I decided, you know what? I was a good girl. I deserved it. And even if I hadn't been, why not? So I made two projects. I made one project and one is in progress. But they were, I made them kind of, I made something I wanted to do. But they are on the list. They are in my crafting jar. So two birds with one stone. Can you guess what it is? Just by looking at it? Well, you probably can guess that they are tiny scarves, or at least, you know, short little stripes, knitted stripes. But I will tell you that those are glass markers, meaning wine glasses, wine, champagne, whatever glasses. They are adorable. They are made of cotton. By the way, whenever I make things for the kitchen, things that can be spoiled with, like when wine can be spilled on them, or oil or milk or whatever, food, when we are talking about, you know, it's kitchen. Everything is dirty in the kitchen. Everything is kind of clean, but it's clean dirty, but it's dirty. I don't know, maybe everyone is neater than me and you don't have this problem. But in my kitchen and in general, I'm okay with tea towels, these things, pot holders and everything getting dirty, getting some spots on them. It's okay. I don't want to be, you know, to care about all this stuff, that I don't, you know, move too much or cook too much or whatever. It should be comfortable. That's why everything I make for the kitchen can handle high temperature while washing and while cooking. So meaning you can put a hot pot on it, for example, and you can just throw it into the washing machine, 90 degrees, and they will be okay. I unfortunately can't remember where I got the idea. I was even thinking maybe I thought of that, but at this point I don't think maybe I did think of that, but I think I saw so many projects that I think I combined something with something. So it wasn't an original thought of mine, because, you know, who has original thoughts in the 21st century? I found it in the jar, little scarves, glass markers. So I will put them with all the other ones that are made. You know, the projects that are done, I kind of straightened them. I stretched them, and all the others which are not yet done are like this. So I can easily identify both of them. And the second extra project of May, oh, this is going to be difficult, is a towel. But a towel became 3 towels. This story started in the beginning of April, April, when I visited my friends in Montenegro, and I bought some yarn there just as a reminder, as a souvenir. First, I started, by the way, I started on the plane. First, I started making a towel with just double crochets all the way back and forth, and that's it. I have a towel of this design. I use it for my hair, and it works amazing, and I wanted to do the same. Then I thought that it was boring. I didn't want to continue doing it. I wanted something cuter and so on. I thought of that, and by accident, but we all know there are no accidents, right? But you know, by accident, I see a pattern on Hobby's website, the yarn company Hobby, and this is a free pattern of this towel. It's called Waves of something, funny waves, happy waves, some kind of waves. And I started it and I loved it, and I thought, okay, it's not going to be a towel for hair. It's going to be a towel, a hand towel, or just a towel. I don't know. And then looking at this size, this is the first one. Looking at this size, I thought, okay, when should I finish? Like, how much more? Because you can already finish it, it's almost square, right? Or you can make it a rectangle. And then I thought, I have just 5 balls of this yarn. This is Katya Tencel cotton, which is, I think, a kind of a seaweed, but I'm not sure. So I have 5 balls. So I thought I definitely need 1.5 for each towel. Then I will have 3, and it seems like adequate. But then how much more? When should I stop? And so on. So I decided that I will take 3 balls of yarn. I will crochet the whole ball out of each of them, and then I will grow the rest, like as much as I need to, so that they are all the same size, so that it's a set, if in case I decide to give them to someone, and so that I don't have extra, because I always have extra, and it's good, but sometimes I like this, you know, when I can count in advance how much yarn I'm gonna need. That's good. That's kind of a game, like how much yarn, what is the least amount of yarn I can leave untouched. The one is done, and the second ball is already attached here. This one is just 1 ball, and this one is not done yet. It's not even 1 ball. So this is another project that was in the craft jar. They say, it says there are 2, and they say a towel for this person and a towel for that person. I don't want to say the names in case they are watching. But because those 2 people are dating, I'm thinking, and this is a set, I'm thinking to give the set to them both. Not one for her, not one for him, but a present for them. It's also possible that I will give them something else, and I will give this either to myself, because I'm doing that again. I want this towel for myself, or maybe my niece, because her bathroom is very white, and this should look okay. Like it should look cute and cozy. But I'm not sure if she loves this kind of stuff. I need to think about it, okay? I'm asking you for permission to let me think about it later. Now I want to choose several more projects, because I have just one going on right now. You know, I decided to not assign projects for months, but just 4 projects work for me. It's not too much, it's not too little, and I will try to, you know, make them in the duration of a month. But some projects need, like there is a blanket there, for example. It will take a year probably, including finding the yarn. So it's not a project for a month. So I will probably choose 4 projects each time when I kind of finish or almost finish everything. And then I will, you know, adjust depending on the projects I pulled out. So I have all the papers here because they are, it's difficult to pull them out from the jar. I will just pull the projects like this. This is orange, the orange ones are sewing. Felt rabbit. I think I know what I mean here. I found it on Pinterest, on Pinterest, on one Pinterest. You see, P means Pinterest. So there is a very cute rabbit. I think it's kind of Christmas themed. That maybe it's Easter themed. I don't know. But for me, felt these toys, or I don't know what to call them. They are, I don't know how to use them other than to hang them on the Christmas tree. So I think that my rabbit is going to be a Christmas ornament. Okay, the second one. The green one. What is it? It's crochet. Green is crochet. Volleyball keychains. Explanation. A lot of my friends and relatives play volleyball. And I saw many patterns that tell you how to, they are not even a pattern, it's just, you know, 3 stripes, crocheted stripes, that make a volleyball, white, yellow and blue. So if you have the right colors, it looks just like a volleyball. And I want to make my friends these small souvenirs. When we meet, I'll give it to them, give them to them, them to them. Okay, 2. The third one. Oh, I forget and keep looking at them, wanting to choose something. Okay, another sewing project. A quilt pot holder. I love this. I want to do that. A quilt pot holder. I love how quilting looks. I love it. I don't like making it much. I can't, to be honest. I cannot do it very well. Maybe that's why, but I'm feeling that all the sewing is not something that I could do like for a long time. And quilting is even a little bit, it takes a lot of time. It's longer, it's a little bit harder than regular sewing. That's why I decided to start with a small thing. So a pot holder is just this big, right? So I want to make like probably 9 squares, and maybe 1 square will be divided into 4 squares, let's say, or maybe 5 or 4 of them, 4 squares out of 9 will be also divided by 4. We'll see mostly what kind of fabric I have and what sizes, because there is a lot of fabric in, like when I pull out this huge bag, it's a lot of fabric. But the pieces that you could use for different stuff is, you know what I mean, you craft too. Pot holder, what else? Okay, this one is knitting, blue. Double mittens with bows. Okay, I think I know what it means. And I already have yarn for this project. A couple of years ago, I made several presents for Christmas. They were double-sided mittens. They were double layered and double-sided. And of course, I didn't make a pair for myself. So I want to make a pair for myself and a pair for my friend. You know what? I'm gonna stop naming my friends, because I always rooted for my channel be a little bit more popular. Like, that's always good, but it is getting more popular and a lot of my friends are here. So first of all, they see all the projects, including the ones that are made for them, And second of all, they hear their names, and there's no surprise, you know, there is no surprise if I tell them everything. So, double mittens with bows. One pair for me, one pair for a friend. But this is 2 projects. Okay, it doesn't matter. At least one, you know? At least one. I will count this as one project, one pair as one project. And then if I don't feel like making 2 in a row, I will just return this project back to the jar and pull it out again and make the second pair. This is it. 4 projects for June, but not necessarily, okay, are chosen. And that means the only thing left to say is a couple of words about the book of the week. I would love to say a couple of words. If I had read some Agatha Christie detective story, no offense, but I read and I finished the one and only Pride and Prejudice. I finished it yesterday, and I'm so happy. I'm happy that this book exists in this world. Even though I have this strange edition. Do you know this publishing company? Puffin Classics. Puffin. And I saw that this cover exists. This exists in Penguin Readers Classics, or Penguin. What is it called? The Penguin Publishing. But this, I think I told you that it's broken. It has this kind of a smooshed beginnings of the chapters. You see, the number is in the wrong place, and the letter and everything. No numbers of the pages, not even one. You never know how much you have read. But even though all this happened with this book, it is one of the best books ever. The language is good. The fact that it was written in 1813, if I'm not mistaken, and this is like, you recognize everything, what they are discussing, what they are judging, what they are happy about. We are happy about that. We judge that. And the pace, I read it when I was a teenager, but I kind of forgot everything. I didn't enjoy it that time. I enjoyed it, but it was like, yeah, good book, and that's it. And that's why probably I forgot everything. But this time, the pace, the fact, how excited I was to find out what was going to happen in the next chapter. Like the fact that I was more than once, at least 2, well, I remember 2 times, maybe there was a third one. I read this with a torch at night because I couldn't stop. The fact that I was rooting for some characters and I was rooting against the others, and it was just, this forgotten for me feeling of living for some time just to come back to the book. I don't know how she did it. I don't know. Pride and Prejudice is everywhere. I don't know if it's true for everyone or just for me, but all the quotes, everyone is constantly reading Pride and Prejudice. I bet this could be an experiment, going online and finding who of my friends or, people I'm subscribed to are reading Pride and Prejudice, and there will be at least one. After all of that, I thought that I would not enjoy Pride and Prejudice. I was thinking even of not buying the book and not reading it ever, because, well, I know everything. I know nothing, Jon Snow. Well, not nothing, but I forgot so many details. I found out, I noticed so many details that I hadn't noticed before. And the most important thing, I enjoyed it so much. You see those stickers? the underlining, the writing. Oh, you know what? I will link one TV program where, oh, I forgot her name as always. I forgot all the names. The lady, I watch her kind of a old true crimes she's reviewing, but she also is a historian who knows a lot about Jane Austen, and she's showing us the house where Jane Austen wrote. I'm not sure if she wrote exactly that, but I think she wrote like many books there. And this small table, when you are going to see this small table on which she actually wrote all the genius books she wrote, it's something special. It is something special. I watch History Hit channel, and she was a guest on this channel, and the TV program is, I kind of want to watch it again. And of course I'm planning to rewatch all the films. I like the 2005 version, and I love the versions, you know, around Jane Austen, like Pride, Prejudice and Zombies or Austenland. So I get some Jane Austen, but at the same time it's something else. I love it. Oh, I kind of don't want to stop talking about Pride and Prejudice. I have a whole plan, a book plan for the next couple of months, a month maybe. First of all, a book in Finnish, because I haven't read anything in Finnish for a long time. Well, I am reading Harry Potter in Finnish, but it's another thing. This is for studying. I do it with a tutor, and this is just for me. Like, you know, this is an adapted version, so an easy one for students. Arto Paasilinna, Kylmät hermot, kuuma veri. If I'm not mistaken, it's cold nerves, hot blood. I hope I'm not mistaken. So this is gonna be next, because it's small, and I haven't read. As I said, I haven't read in Finnish for a long time. By the way, I started talking about Finnish and remembered that to practice my Finnish, I created a TikTok account just for fun. And it became a thing, you know? I get so much, well, first of all, views, but most importantly, comments that support me, that praise me because, well, I speak Finnish there, and that was the idea, to create a place where I can use my Finnish language. But it became something more and something very special. So if you are interested, if you are learning a language, or if you are Finnish, or if you know Finnish, or just cause, join us, because it's amazing. It's something new. It's like I opened the portal to some magical place. And after I finish the Finnish book, I have a plan to read these two, because I'm going to Paris in summer, in July. So I wanted to prepare. I have been in Paris actually several times, but it was a long time ago. First of all, I kind of forgot a little bit, and second of all, I wanted to just, you know, get in the mood. So I chose the obvious, A Movable Feast. I haven't read it, so it's kind of the first thing that came to mind, and then it's the first thing in all the lists about Paris, you know. And then I saw the Paris bookseller in many videos, in many reviews of many booktubers. Supposedly it's a book about the keeper of the bookshop where Ernest Hemingway hang out when he lived in Paris. It's kind of, you know the story, there was a shop and there it transformed into something that is now Shakespeare & Co. in Paris. Paris 1920, on the Bohemian left bank, Sylvia runs a little bookshop called Shakespeare & Company. Here she welcomes the greatest writers of the day, and from the moment James Joyce finally walks through her door, the two become friends. When Joyce's controversial novel Ulysses is banned, Sylvia is determined to publish it herself. But championing the most scandalous book of the century will come at a cost, and Sylvia finds herself risking ruin, her reputation, and her heart, all in the name of the life-changing power of books. Okay, sounds intriguing. I bought it on awesomebooks.com, not a commercial. I'm just letting you know, both smell amazing. Oh my god. Just if you didn't know, Awesome Books is a website where you can buy new books, but you can buy used books, and they are cheaper, and you recycle this way. You get recycled books if you want to. This makes me happy. Every time I buy a book, they tell me how much water I saved and how much electricity or whatever, trees. That calms me down, you know, that gives me hope. And this is it, my friends. Thank you for being with me. I was very happy to tell you about myself, and now I want to hear about you. What's going on? What are you crafting? As always, share the patterns you found. Share what you're making at the moment. Don't hesitate. See you in 2 weeks. Bye.